I'm Cressida Cowell, and I'm the author and the illustrator of the How to Train Your Dragon books. And I've been reading the How to Train Your Dragon books aloud from my writing shed, which is where I am now. But I got to the end of book 6, and I thought I will carry on, but because the last book in my Wizards of Once series is being published on Thursday, I thought I'd do a bit of an interruption and start reading the Wizards of Once, which is my other book series, and it's all about magic. Imagine if you had a secret magical power. I always wanted one when I was a kid, and this is really what these books are about, having your own secret magical power. And they begin a long time ago, much longer ago than Viking times. They begin 3,000 years ago, when magic really existed. And this is how it begins. Once there was magic. It was a long time ago in a British Isle, so old it did not know it was the British Isles yet, and the magic lived in the dark forest. Perhaps you feel that you know what a dark forest looks like. Well, I can tell you right now that you don't. These were forests darker than you would believe possible, darker than ink spot, darker than midnight, darker than space itself, and as twisted and as tangled as a witch's heart. They were what is now known as wildwoods, and they stretched as far in every direction as you could possibly imagine, only stopping when they reached the sea. Now, by the way, this story is being told by somebody who you don't know who they are. That's who's talking right now. I am a character in this story. I forgot to tell you this. I am a character in this story who sees everything, knows everything. I will not tell you who I am. See if you can guess. The story begins here. Don't get lost. These woods are dangerous. So that's who's talking right now. We don't know who they are. There were many types of humans living in the wildwoods. The wizards, who were magic, and the warriors, who were not. The wizards had lived in the wildwoods for as long as anyone could remember, and they were intending to live there forever, along with all the other magic things, until the warriors came. The warriors invaded from across the seas, and though they had no magic, they brought a new weapon that they called iron. And iron was the only thing that magic would not work on. If you remember that, that's very important. The warriors had iron swords and iron shields and iron armour, and even the horrifying magic of the witches was powerless against this metal. First, the warriors fought the witches and drove them into extinction in a long and terrible battle. Nobody cried for witches were bad magic, the worst sort of magic, the kind of magic that tore wings from larks and killed for fun and could end the world and everyone in it. But the warriors did not stop there. The warriors thought that just because some magic was bad, that meant that all magic was bad. So now the warriors were trying to get rid of the wizards too, and the ogres and the werewolves, and the untidy quarrelling mess of good sprites and bad sprites that burned like little stars through the darkness, casting mischievous spells on each other, and the giants who moved slow and careful through the undergrowth, larger than mammoths and peaceable as babies. The warriors had sworn that they would not rest until they had destroyed every last bit of magic in the whole of that dark forest, which they were chopping down as fast as they could with their iron axes to build their forts and their fields and their new, more modern world. So this is a world that is split in two. You see that map? The wizards and all the magic things and the giants and the sprites and the werewolves and all those lovely things are living on the left-hand side of the map, and the warriors are invading from the right-hand side of the map. You see along, it's divided just here along that wall called the Ghost Wall, and these are all the Iron Warriors, and they're trying to get rid of all the magic. Okay, see, it says here, you have now entered the Iron Warrior Empire. All magic is banned in this territory. No sprites, no giants, no rogoreths, no snowcats, no werewolves, no green teeth. Oh, green teeth, I wonder what they are. Or any other magic creatures. No flying, no enchanted objects, no spelling, cursing or charming, no magic whatsoever. and any wizards entering these lands may most unfortunately have their heads removed by order of Her Majesty Queen Sekarax, the Iron Warrior Queen. So this is the story of a young boy wizard and a young girl warrior who've been taught since birth to hate each other like poison. Okay, these are the two heroes of the story. This is a story with two heroes. The boy Tsar, that's Tsar, I love Tsar, is from a wizard tribe, but he has no magic and he would do anything to get it. The girl Wish is from a warrior tribe, but she owns, this is Wish, I love her too. She owns a banned magical object and she would do anything to conceal it. But they've been brought up on two sides. They've been brought up to hate each other because one of them's a wizard and one of them's a warrior. The story begins with the discovery of a gigantic black feather. Could it be that the wizards and the warriors have been so busy fighting each other that they have not noticed the return of an ancient evil? Could that feather really be the feather of a witch? That's the witch feather. I'll give you a clue, it could. But we'll have to find out more about Tsar and Wish's story tomorrow. And I'll begin with part 1, Disobedience. And the first chapter is going to be called A Trap to Catch a Witch. Join me tomorrow.